Hello and welcome to Omega Study Online. In this video, we are going to discuss about class 12 physics assignment for October month. In this assignment, we have a 5 question for 20 marks, and in this video, we will solve all the question from question 1 to 5. So let's start. First question is Ohm's law, and Ohm's law states that current flowing in a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference across its end, provided physical condition and temperature of conductor remain constant. So we can express Ohm's law. V is equal to IR, where I is the current of conductor and V is the potential difference. We can also draw the graph between voltage and current. And limitation of Ohm's law is this law is only applicable when the physical condition, means length, height and diameter of conductor would not change. Temperature of conductor would not change when current is flowing on them. So this is the second limitation. Let's talk about the part 2 of question number 1. Resistance of conductor become 3 times of its original resistance. So some value is given here. We will solve this question by using formula of temperature coefficient of resistance, that is R is equal to R naught in a bracket 1 plus alpha T. This is the equation number 1. But according to question, R is equal to 3 into R naught. Then put the value of all these value. So we get the solution like this. And at the end of this solution, we get as a temperature 500 degree Celsius. So 500 degree Celsius is the temperature in which resistance of conductor become 3 times of its original resistance. So in this way question number 1 is completed. Let's talk about the question number 2. Question number 2 is related to Kirchhoff law. Basically Kirchhoff law is 2 types. First, Kirchhoff first law, in which we deal with current. So answer of this Kirchhoff law will be like this. You have to copy this solution same to same. And second Kirchhoff law is will be like this. Also write this in your assignment. And circuit diagram for this law, means second law of Kirchhoff, will be like this. And second part of this question 2 is Wheatstone bridge, in which we have to derive the balance condition with the help of Kirchhoff first law and Kirchhoff second law. So this is the circuit diagram of Wheatstone bridge, in which we assume 4 resistance P, Q, R, S with galvanometer. B and D, we get I1 equal to I2 and I3 is equal to I4. This is the condition when Ig is equal to 0. So if I1 is equal to I2 and I3 is equal to I4, then Ig should be equal to 0, means this is the condition of balanced bridge. Now applying Kirchhoff's second law in A, B, D, A and B, C, D, A, then I1P equal to I3R and I2Q is equal to I4S. We get this condition after assuming that Ig is equal to 0, means again we assume that bridge is in balance condition, means Ig is equal to 0. Now divide these two equation, means I1P divided by I2Q is equal to I3R divided by I4S. And if we already seen that I1 equal to I2 and I3 equal to I4, and if we put the value of this in equation, so we get PQ is equal to RS. So this is the solution of question number 2. Let's talk about the question number 3. So this is the question number 3, in which we have to discuss about moving coil galvanometer. So basically moving coil galvanometer, in this type of galvanometer, the magnet remain stationary and coil is deflected. The figure of this moving coil galvanometer will be like this. Construction. Its construction. It consists of two strong concave-shaped bar magnet and moving coil made of insulated copper wire wound on a aluminum frame. Coil deflection of pointer for reading. Then working principle. The deflection of moving coil is directly proportional to the current flowing through it, means I directly proportional to phi. Here I means current flowing in a moving coil and phi means deflection in a moving coil. This is the principle of moving coil galvanometer. And we have to also talk about sensitivity of galvanometer. A galvanometer is said to be more sensitive if a small current produces a large deflection. Sensitivity of galvanometer is two types. First, current density. It is defined as the deflection produced by unit current through the coil. Means SI, current sensitivity is equal to phi by I. Voltage sensitivity defined as the deflection produced when a unit voltage is applied across the two terminal of galvanometer. AS B is equal to phi by V. So in this way this question is completed. Let's talk about the question number 4, in which we have to differentiate between electromotive force means EMF and potential difference. So this is the 4 difference between the EMF and potential difference. Then let's talk about the question number 5. The question number 5 is basically Biot-Savart law. So you can also write from your book and from here also you can write. So this is the Biot-Savart law. Sorry for inconvenience because in your display this Biot-Savart law is not horizontal, it's shown as a vertically. So sorry for same. The similarities between Biot-Savart law and Coulomb's law are given below. So you can see that these are the similarities between Biot-Savart law and Coulomb's law. Now talk about the difference between Coulomb's law and Biot-Savart law. So these are the difference between Biot-Savart law and Coulomb's law. So in this way all the question of assignment has been completed. I hope you enjoy this video. If you enjoy, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, my video. Let's finish the class and we will see later.